Once we have life, that is the most important thing. Alaska, that be a culture. And yeah, that's sorry. I think one news I take you over the media airwaves. I was from Enrana, you be seen there has to do with IGP. Yes. Some real terminating will be for
Tete Yohuno
Christian. Yeah, Yohuno.
And that's a Ukrada Dinia Yohuno. Yohuno needs say Obakuno. Yo, I walk Dangwim, Ofi Shayo Sudoku. Ofi me.
Oh, okay.
And when I am medium, and yo. Ayo ba
and that's a friend also by Jens as
every day that be means I say.
So I think you see that be American a human ya the mouse say yeah na a man for a budget so there is this euphoria near Niger as a foreign Alaska. Yeah, you will be a free hodu be a banner. So who's this one here this wow.
That's right.
The be American be I don't see the reason why Obinya appointment a year jubilation.
But actually, so why is it that the police service in Akasa Mranteni jubilate?
Yes, I know there. Who's Obia said you see who near personally, me, I have on this particular platform have said a lot about Dampare.
Exactly.
How are not in as much as a month for Prisino for reforms, whatever. No, me, there were key issues and I measure. And any of these issues, I was never satisfied with the way a man and oil in Niama. So decision like this, now knew say a bad day, now it was just a matter of time. So on one case, I'm not sure say he's surprised. But Alaska, before this, there was a committee that was set up.
Very well.
And we review Niama, and sometimes if you listen to some of the things they found out now, it was very shocking. You know, so for but some of these things are not for public consumption. You know, sometimes you know. So I think the decision, you know, and yet trust I can president take his decision. But you let me account no. I think that we will delve into, especially in recent times, the acoso with police shooting, killing individuals. Then as a forum, a bar, you don't actually see anything. Then as a forum, so people were actually worried, and within the police service in Ankasa, they have their own problems. So, if there is one person by IGP among on one kasa ni colleagues no amo gange up against him no mo penny na oya na Dampare.
Very well.
It's the reason why yesterday I wasn't surprised when I saw some of the police barracks in ebinom ani age ebinom so wera ho depending on say nipa dia sa obia wo omo ni omo kleke na obia wo mo a ono omo ye we di ekoyi a there are those who will be happy for you. Thereby, so there are a session within almost when you're happy. And those things they are normal. So when I see some of these things, but I think we will delve into some of the things I mean we need over the years. Clouded the police administration.
Okay, room.
Yes, Alaska. So like my main concern, my culture said there are a lot of people my expressing concern about president having power to appoint or your friend said terminate.
Good.
Security
couples or disappoint.
No, we don't know. I say appointed or disappointed. That part of we say disappointed. No. So either you are appointed or disappointed. Fine, that's okay. And there has been a lot of discussion around it. Say as to whether said that prerogative, that power, no, you take it away from the president. Now you mad the police service and ankasa hierarchy na ankasa no and choose the leadership na say for. That is the conversation we can start. But as it stands now, the constitution empower the president to appoint these security heads. So until say we do that constitutional arrangement,
so the power
president,
in the president.
Exactly. So you can't begrudge him. And I know the day he's the person that will take over the mantle to run the affairs of the country. And let's go be about the security objective, the strategy and the plans. So you try to identify individuals within the security setup, to realize that particular vision. And into the constitutional framework, when it comes to issues of security, they are very pertinent and very essential. You can't joke with them. That is why a president must have a say in whoever becomes IGP, the head of the military, and then prison services and other agencies. So there is the need for us to ensure that this institution can elect their own leaders, and that's fine. But until that is done, the president had that prerogative. And for instance, if you go to America, even those advanced democracies, Alaska, a president now appointed the FBI. the FBI director is appointed by the president. Trump by your first win of fire. No, on the crowd who's over no, you know
I sack myself.
Yeah, I sack myself. So you see, it's something in a democracy is embedded. Because President Biya Suro say the head of security agencies, you know, they can make and make you at any point in time. So that discretionary power, and I'm free president, free baby, but you don't know whether the person is coming to sabotage what you're coming to do or not. USA, one of the sensitive security agencies has to do with the director of CIA. The president now pointed out. Very well. National Intelligence way, president now pointing on FBI director, president now pointing on. So all the security head ne couples that are nipa omo
any exceptional.
No. Enti me person me say until we get to a stage some of these constitutional arrangements in be na ya tam to be there share these institutions and say omo appoint omo policy there. Akufado by Dampare and Co. Sometimes you can do some of these things and then get away with it. So I'm not sure that the Obibet may be grudge president so we're taking that decision at this point in time. But Alaska, my issue has to do with Dampare whole you've heard saying IGP kind of stuff. You see, IGP Dampare has been a very smart person. Playing the game, you know. So one way, yeah. So I know the day there were a lot of people
one way or the nothing better than
exactly. A lot of people got hoodwinked into the idea. So, about the name of it, but Alaska, maybe fundamental issue has to do with police dealing with the public. For instance, Asem Sisesia, I am very crucial. For instance, Yatiana police for Kobotiano. They shot about 15 people and killed them. Among the 3 people, which was a lie.
That's right.
Alaska, that incident by nipa huye. Media ni crop police ni afrena bisa say catch dia be see no. Almost IGP say my kasa. Alaska, police just like any other institution. They have individuals yet training or more in terms of communication. So it's not as if
across the region no communicate I say Mobiankasa. Less headquarters.
Alaska, police and yabosom. You deal with the individuals, there must be that kind of relationship. So, onyo beyond the team, assemble between my church is the reason why officers know what the power to train people are when it comes to PR or more human no. So, as long as issue baba, because these are sensitive security issues, they really want to understand. You don't wait to say just you issue statement from headquarters. Issue no baba summarizing the whole thing. It doesn't even provide details. Subsequent to that, you don't hear any investigation. And you wouldn't hear and as all costs are to be Alaska one in yet. So that particular thing became a lot of way and amount for a camp. And again, police form rants are now dealing with the general public. Alaska, how many people are police for issue to a more chroma say? Menkasa we police in no be threatened with life for no, that's not what I'm saying. But Alaska, we've seen instances within slight confrontation obati yese police ni ekunipa yetiana yese abrantie bi yakofa ne free ne dem e won kranza ne maame 1 week na ne maame hu ne da na ni ba na wo yese ne ba no mortuary
na bankra
abekuno asem no see na police for call grounds no asem asi boys rebuafu you needed to go there and calm the situation. They ended up killing extra people. But see and Kranza issue no. What is Obia investigation?
No.
What is Obia Kanwasem? And Sanyama when you know we will expect it because you see the police internally no can at Obibaka say oh na say police for within issue na ma bonti ama general public na ma internally you can deal with it. But issue na ba me no yate no. You need to communicate to us what you are doing just to ensure that we remedy such situation. But we didn't hear anything. And Kranza issue no. Till date, there is no single journalist to be any briefing as to what actually came out of that particular issue. Alaska, Abrantia be say, ne sister, aye ne visa mano or ko Germany. The oba crash or better turn one near man or go back to central region. Oko no ko ra, your friend is saying, more now, our honor. Yes, police in say 1 minute, BB say, I just say the bottle who's over 1 minute. And the shocker at the Tara Branton money instantly. I was on TV with a mother the last time. Mammy is soon to say
with a mother.
Yes. and the sister no na se for no till yet no call police we no after one because na boy no cry no de bend just say nsem o mo kan no is so nasty say o menade e na de no ko choku ni minim
omo fremu bibi.
Yes, this is a criminal police ya e binu menka so mu nyina asem to a ye be mo bode atwa asem ato so anayantia na ukọ okumase then asawase boys and then they see ye
omo shoot on omo say they are criminals.
Yes, and omo ko sell tuo de niam de begu omo nchen frame omo say they were armed robbers. It took investigation outside the police and sana ye hu say indeed na nkrofo no nya criminals a judge and a man kwatenam high court judge na kwatena ade no ti and a fra external people including few other police and sana because the police na combatena so cover up and I know the day no we needed to compensate those guys. Alaska a ma we will fise yeti kroma and a mrantia bullion van omo koba
adedempo.
Alaska issues na yenim so omo bom mrantia no tuo. Still not the police administration were putting young people at risk. Abrantia on vest. Na na kwatra bullion van car nim. Na ye the 2010 as okọ 1947 war. Na esini nine so. No the car ketwa front. Alaska am rubber tower. Tese untimi nya hwa just o si free car num ansa na obekọ kwa sa tuo num. Side arms kwa no mu nibi. Enti abra video na hwa no am rubber tower mo no. Now there was nothing that the police man could do. So armed robber no be be a door no and some police in it me twini to appear so that be armed robber so no wakunu dada. This well your friend say and near man na e so we need a remedy. But the IGP was busy or che Kalawele was social media na camera dinachi. Or che Kalawele we saw some of the videos. Oh whatever it is Alaska on nama me who be that IGP your job is to fight crimes on nama na camera see or hand cameraman and a video no as if that's a movie comedy been a yedi. Alaska some we are making Emma this issue emrante kwatena ka animi ebeda this sa police form mpanimfo no bi na hyehyɛ saa akire ama ye kɔche police training college abrante bi a ɔkyerɛ nkora na de kromfo a training police officers
kromfo
a training young police officers and no akire and few others ye bo modern che mrante no. Alaska what you expect in say ye be ye ne ye investigation hwan ye involve no ebetimi aboa mamamfo akoma atɔ boyam because at the time ye che saa mrante no na anya hwe young police almost bear 4 and ye kuomo in a similar fashion. Ye koda sorry ya police for their very foolish statement about one say ye kofa police for me and son of mugu custody ni say ye de omo kwa abonten ama makoboa yen ama ye kwa ambushi some criminals bi
with investigation.
Yes ye call ye no ambush na omo ambushi ye there was a shootout na see ye omo anya nipa bia nku omo say police for me and sana no mugu prison na ye ko yi omo ahomache no. They killed the 3 police officers
under Dampare.
And you see, there are events you may not have control over. Yekum we no nsam no sie no biate. What statement? What investigation? What say you can't say biafa ho. Till date, what be that? Alaska police in Yabosom. Now even some of the CIA documents as we speak, most of them have been your friends saying ya read that binum ama babo nti amam for kan.
Most of them has been released
yes,
to the public.
Amam for king kind and as for nom. So hear from this asem no sia obi ante ho asem na for. So within the police you know, he may have his issues mate about police welfare sika, mate about promotion, mate about this and no me ni hobby. I don't want to speculate and I don't want to go into. But my concern has to do with the dealings of the police and with the people. And the fact that police for young guys no mo ba no kra no kwan be ne ye fa so make sure say ye pray for mo sabe o asetina abaye. Alaska there are a lot of young people who are coming to the police with a lot of energy and enthusiasm so ba be ye adwuma 92.3 obeba na ye do beko police barracks na ye ko be a single room amount o fridge no o niam nyina sisi abonten. Alaska ba bi on beda cry problem. And the same thing applies to the military. And boys no mo free military aba no 37 na akwasa asore dan na ye de bed asisi mba akonda soro ba akonda form
asore dan.
Oh na Alaska
and the more or some students.
Yes, our dormitory life now we are living in secondary school. No? That is what some of the young military men are living in the barracks.
So it means leadership requires fighting for the cause of the people.
And these institutions are one of the most corrupt institutions you can find.
Corrupt.
Oh, trust me, Alaska. When it comes to procurement, so our president and Kasa or they take both the police and the military. But because our budget in for sometimes we wrap them because of security in for I think that the president should be bold enough and audit the military and the police. And I can never find no. Why we ya about half beko prison for the phone no. But the welfare of the young people, nobody is taking care of. Alaska. Nemo muhia sebe yo mo bra bone nanka last boys no mo te bullion van ni ma no mo kwe hwe 2cc nkra na kana kore. Sa tete Gold Coast two na no mo de kwa war no. Ten na nesisi o mo sere so. Ukosia kromfo na no ba no kura sophisticated weapon obi kura G3 na so.
E the time na kwa obedane ho.
E Gold Coast two da be na obi fi Africa na Alaska. So you see some of these things in our compounded so there are those who hail Dampare when it comes to some of the administrative decisions. But administrative decisions, that is not what I am looking at. I am looking at the security of the average Ghanaian. Alaska, in the last few years, look at the number of people I adopted more saying. Boy, you saw the Twitter, or can I be on friend saying bongo ideas?
Bongo ideas.
We are police on the national security on the motion. So, remember, I'm a coffin as a papa.
I don't want him, sir. Omoba Missoha, and only away.
Yo, so Alaska, and this all Nema Akoswa. Yet you will be abroad. Mammy, our airport, Yakofani. These are internal security. So, whatever way the police are involved. So, that sense of insecurity, a heightened to a point here. People felt insecure prior to elections. Election not by we and our man for Akumato. But before the elections, you have a man for people who were posting on social media and they were being abducted. Then I for them. Why not police for what are they doing? You understand? The police had its own issues. And then within the police, now Damparana and Kasana and the young police for there was this tag of war between them.
Very well.
Tag of war between them. I don't know how in a personal relationship with, but whatever it is in Alaska, when you are in charge, you make sure say Obia is under you. You find a way. The best way to lead as a leader is find a way to use your enemies to your advantage. Alaska, the best way is say Obefa crime business will use your enemies, because you know they hate you.
And police say we voted against the MPP because of Dampare.
Yeah, and there are those who are in the police because you see, when it comes to some of this, in the feeling that are mixed. You can't just listen to one side. There are people also worried because Dampare is going.
I'm not sure you're on the good side.
Exactly.
But according to them, no, sir, if you are not on his side, promotion part, they don't go there.
And I said, now, no, so here, no more you cool to me, I'm cutting committee and me, so we know. So here, and someone no more can clearly when it comes to promotion and as a form, there were a whole lot of issues. Now, of course, but and I say these are internal issues sometimes, but with the public sense of security in this country, some of the things that I saw, the urgency and the seriousness policing now had the conduct and the attitude of the IGP dinner. Alaska na match it because the social media, the narrative out there, was just trying to showcase to people. I don't know where that particular because security, social media, camera dimachimi turned economy koto kenke. Last week who news headline say the IGP buys kenke from roadside, eating like ordinary Ghanaian. Eating like an ordinary Ghanaian. That is how cheap journalism has become in this country. IGP koto kenki or kwine na yanti abawumi akwa nkoto kenki or kwine and so what
but journalists ada na fitina mudi asem
oh na Alaska say agro mu microphone do na ani so eti Alaska we need to get serious na ehu share say papa ya obai I cannot just sit here and menka say afa no so oba.
That's right.
So the oba be na ebe gina so me I don't know him that much.
You who know?
Yes, I don't know him that much, but the ono so be no
or your deputy to Dampare.
And I say Dana, you're pointing to deputy now, no call hibernation.
That's right.
That is the power of Dampare for you. Or no better office will help you. More or less, it looked like independence for a lot of people within the police, and there are among for expressive war. But for me, where I am, I think that the last time I catch you, Dampare free no free he should not just go home. I think that there are a number of issues.
He must be probed.
Yes, he must be probed. He must be investigated. Some of these incidents, we can't just let these things go because I'm told it was a land issue, and almost said I said sand winning. That was a lie.
That's right.
Because the MP was all over complaining about it. Alaska, Nipa nya koko. ena no yonko police na bonitu akunu sa keke na ya fa ye ho adi police brutality sa akoso okromba say. And you see, let me also say enye dampare na kuratuo na onam ena o brutalize obi. But you see, you see leader no, the backs no stop with you. The obeye ena be ma amanfo ahu what to do. Incident we yes see amaka nipa omo yeku omo police for yabo we tuo police na kobo we tuo police na ku we yakota we yakochi we anadwo yakofa we wo hane na se for nom no Alaska. Se public no anhu se wo ye bibia fa ho a people will not be happy with you. And as an IGP, some of us didn't see some of these things. You understand? It's the reason why consistently by society, not people were calling said the IGP should be sacked.
That's right.
Then I've seen some people strategically yes, what the president court.
That's right.
Ako in Jantino,
Franklin Kujo and others.
Because I news as I said last week, and people knew say na we yaba. And quickly But I think that some of these things, and then said that Mesha say Mr. Kaya, as it stands now, the president award that prerogative, that power
by the constitution,
per the constitution of this country, and until we can start a conversation going forward. Say police service, are mature to a point here they can elect. But Alaska, one dangerous thing is that all the security setup in this country, one way or the other, have been politicized. They are the NDC side and the MPP side. And Obia on interest and your friend saying, Babia Nemeko. So another day, even if you give the police that power, so one can elect or leaders, you're going to have a problem. Same way the military, and not come military, you're the MPP side and the NDC side, and those who are also playing middle games. And the trust and the confidence and the sense of professionalism you expect the institution to exhibit. Now what imagine so I can say, this institution are mature to the point that they can elect their own. I'm not sure the police has exhibited that sense of maturity to be given that overwhelming of power to elect their own leaders. I think we need to.
I almost attain that maturity.
No, they don't have that maturity.
But as when the person rose from the ranks.
Yes.
Now, I said that institution is a movement to me appointed. You say, I'm that maturity.
Now, Alaska, now promotion, who issues are best young. I won't say, when it's your kind, say you've done all, you tick all the boxes, and you need to be promoted to the next stage. Alaska promotion, and yes, that's right. You go through a lot of some doctoral exams or some will interview, some professional conduct, and so forth. Nipana, original also or the mao. Sometimes they look at you or how animal or how they say, "Oh, party way." They can, and we've seen a lot of the issues. Jump a lot of people over their seniors and then as a forum. The same thing has to do with the bar. Your friend saying the Chief Justice,
that's right.
The Supreme Court. Doma hine kwatena your friends High Court in Yendo.
Oh,
and crank to Abasin,
because Omuhun say.
Or Kasama party be an answer can
again.
So sanity, your friend saying Supreme Court is your sanity. But I can tell you, another one is coming. The Ghana force should prepare.
Another
Dampare is coming. Because Alaska, some of these massive changes must be done.
Right.
Sebaya, you to me a sanitized state institution. For instance, Enra way by one major issue people are expressing has to do with Chief Justice in the Supreme Court in Nasafonum, Alaska. If there is a particular place that need that holy cleansing, for me, I think is the judiciary. And not just the Chief Justice, but recent appointment of President Kufuado, Edukogusa, bench in Subiano. We need to take our time, think it through, and make sure, say, every single person be Hobiano deserve qualify, and the person our the requisite whatever it takes to be there. And they being there, and gender trust and confidence across the country. Nanya say political lines, because you see, I'm not say. Prosecution and shall say Okroman. There are a lot of people who are worried. So and as I bench where oh dear. That's how the case if you are about Wagu. And very surprisingly, a binary society. One Supreme Court ruling never be say unanimous in every hall.
Serious.
Say mama 3-4. No mama your first 5-2. No mama. But this is a Supreme Court for the past best 7 years. It was unanimous throughout. So justice is what he found. How do you build confidence? How do you engender that trust? Right. So I think that thing has to be done. And this changes because it's not just the police, but as the IGP and idea, similar change fire service. the Director General.
Oh, that's right.
And then prison service, the same thing.
And the Air Force Commander.
Good. And some of these changes.
CID boss.
Yes. Some of these changes, expect them to because.
CDS.
Yes. Some of these changes, expect them to they will happen.
Right.
And I think that. Yeah, you need to strengthen institutions and make institutions respond to the needs of the people and not say, oh, baby, you sue the police or these institutions as a platform to hype yourself. Say, man, me, I can go. I just know my no be order. That is why the new one coming, you know. Yes, so could be a year since I did not that I'm for trying to see her. You should know that next time we won't have a for trying. So, damn party all quiet now, I'm fortunate was when they. Be doing the so, never so baba. But Nina Beshas Abraba or Babona de Bedu one dance. I keep telling people, say, whenever you encounter people in life, Alaska, whenever, keep at the back of your mind, say, a day will come, that encounter will be a story that that person will tell. And your dealings with the person at that moment, and the better whether in the storytelling of that person, you are a hero or a villain. And yet, it will not be the person's making, but when you see it, they are winning the bay, how you treat the person, and our channel kind of story, or back kind of way. Never deal with anybody in life and think, say, a day will come, the person will not tell his story. Ebi a net or your cook, ebi or your security, who say, the soon name fast. A day will come, that person will tell his story. And the other year, no, and no back. I think that we should be guided.
And then, my main coming story. As 11 radio on 92.3, my main breaking news way. I mean, board the management of Ahunto FM, especially the general manager, that the Bosco. Yawaha, and now, Dampare in Crawford say, Omumbe family. Reason in an say, Emrana Omuye NDC internal elections, especially Shai Osudoku. And at the then, district commander or declare or only support Edima a particular candidate. So through my research team and I expose no. Ya to abani wie ya wa na according to management and say pips Dampare any cross like omo family mra and that boss could say na nipa no wo radio so dey yampani o just NC. Because now the people because I was bashing the government all the time. Yeah, me weapon ni me research me say na ye evidence to near yeka. And you go see ni nyina echi ni say omo kire me be me evidence what I'm say whistleblowers act. And the whistleblowers act other than what say me evidence made it man. But that the boss stood on his ground and said, no, me ain't to me in fact and releasing in fact. That time was on air. Nina was under Dampare. Me can you there kwakusi say under Dampare say we are wild this over can no crea. If the jubilee I say catch him for me. Ya obaba bechewu.
You see
what was a ukrasa we won't take.
Yeah, the impression he was creating out there. You see, when you take it to social media and you begin to put up those gymnastics now,
that's right.
They see you as a show person, always going around. Sometimes Van Damme. I give you a camera in China and you get children. Van Damme. Van Damme.
So they came here and general manager said to release Alaska that mean
it's not right. So Alaska, some of these things cost beneath your more you don't even pay attention to. You understand? So over here in some no banana man for a car. People are enthused with social media. But undergrounds, people were dabbling in the issues of insecurity, killing here, shooting people, like adapting people here and there. And you don't even know the point I'll call report to wine.
Exactly.
Nema were messy. For instance, during the elections, Abra Abatuano, a koya yekuni pano. You don't even expect the new president to say investigate it.
Very well.
As a leader, your conscience and your knowledge, expertise in as for should warrant that particular way for you. Say no, I need to do this. But until the president says, anyway, Alaska, one issue has to do with issue of recruitment. I told you that there is a team immediately after election, that was set up to look at recruitment. Alaska, some of the individuals are recruit them into the Ghana police, Alaska, if you see some of the report, we and you begin to ask yourself, how?
They are criminals.
Not just criminals. So within the police, there is a team, you can call it a kill squad. You
are called them
kill squad. Alaska, you hear the power of dirty jobs. There are the very people who send them. And when you see those people, you know, so we are funeral.
Why you see them?
Who are more? We are funeral. Because their job is to just, your friends have finished you.
To eliminate you.
Yes. And you can't do that. Alaska, extrajudicial killing, of course, will chroma within this particular way and that. So, for me, where I sit, Dampare, I like him as a person. To be very honest, I like him as a person. But as an IGP, near my coso, ne kwanya ne ten and usiko, I'm one person I was never happy with the way I know any IGP said. So I think this is a good decision. And I also employed a new guy now because a new IGP, but he has been there
for a long time.
So the other year never manipa a supporting and I said be the right thing. And you can just come and recreate what has happened in the past. Because there has been successive IGP abasing. Alaska police, and there hasn't been any improvement to be out. A new police for no more banner. I be so more. Omon tare shemu, omon pabwa shemu.
Me so won mo tare ase de akesha ni.
Babi omoda. Na police ni na ankasa no ankasa ni security at saying.
Right.
Police ni no provide we no. Psych evaluation because obi kura ba Alaska. Oba be hu sa etu ye kunipa na ne yam timi hye no timi bofa ne tim. How do we address all of these things?
Right.
I think we need to do a lot.
Meda say, everything na make us say, and Dampare call. Etienne, I was saying nipa a confidentiality. Missy Mamim board the management of Ahunto FM Abaso. Everything na NDC appointees in NDC for told they be and they can say some of us we really risk our lives. Countless number of occasions, Yasuma se me yambe family that the Bosco, the general manager said no way. Security establish ni yenye dede because Alaska Kase because Nana does a mumba fanemra that the boss could say no way because last year that you as a shama away unipana MC and all that over fam any wo ba no what class me kwaba na mema ana Alan I see on countless number of occasions Yasuma se me family and general manager and you see omunye la komba baby and general manager and I say for Alaska
no way
me am the baba
no way
on chami onyemi she osumoni mayeni yeah so beware of the Judas and Jezebels chami onyemi Why Rasta man be full of loving, but the word believing in we don't trust again. Everybody's crying, nobody want love again. But it is very clear that we must love again. We must love again. But beware, them official goes with dinero. That I beg, I don't want no vampires in my circle. Hey, so beware.